Is he gonna make it? Danny's giving him the thumbs up.
Many of you have asked to see a larger stump grinder. Assuming we can make it through this gate, we're going to show you one today in action. Let's get started. If you've been watching our channel any length of time at all, you've met Danny over there in the orange coat, and Adrian, who, well, he's not in the scene right now, but he will make an appearance, I promise. Danny does all things tree removal as a mission effort. He just loves helping people, so he does this work for nothing. Every so often he reaches out to us with a project that specifically fits our tractor or some other piece of equipment that we might have. He said something about having 10 locations with stumps that need to be ground. I promise you, if they're all this big, we won't be getting 10 locations done today. So the guys are talking about taking a section of this fence and folding it out here. If I fold this up, I could get further back, but it really just, it throws the dust everywhere. It would throw it all over the neighbor's yard. You can kind of see a little bit, so I don't think we want to do that.
We can go inside by the window.
Yeah, we could probably throw stuff into that car window from here. So I don't think we want to do that. So, I mean, I thought maybe we could grind it without this.
But this is new.
This is new. Yeah, this is the first time we've used it. Well, I ground a stump last night at my own house just to make sure it would work. Okay. That's enough for me to go straight back. If I think I can just go straight back. And
while you're doing that, do you want me to use the small one and take care of some of that stuff?
That'd be great.
Okay, I'll do that.
One stump this big?
There's like 50 over there that are that big.
We're soon going to see how good a shape he's in.
Looks like it's hard for him to push.
Christy, these are some great scenes right here of the Bluebird grinding. Maybe we should nominate you for an Academy Award or something like that. I really don't know what I have in here. There's so much sawdust that I can't see it anymore. So I'll take the bucket here and back drag a little bit. It looks like there's some way over there, doesn't it? But right there in the middle looks pretty good. This was a huge stump in two ways. I mean, it was tall. It should have been cut a little bit shorter. The height really didn't matter. I would say that when I was using the 1P24, the height was more critical, right? Because a couple reasons. One, I couldn't hardly get over them when they're real tall. Wouldn't have any trouble with the 2 Series, but with the 1 Series, I don't have a lot of clearance. But it also seems to take longer to cut off that height with the 1P24. With this one, it seems smooth and goes really fast. Now, one area where the 1P24 works better is just being able to navigate, being able to move around and get these different pieces. The swing mechanism gives you a nice, very smooth way to cut, but then you have to stop and move and start swinging again. It makes it a little bit of a pain like that. I think, well, there's a spot right here. It's not very good. Oh, and then look at that big hump over there. I've got some more, and then I think there's a root out here. It's hard to get all of a stump. You just work and work and work at it. I think that's the reason some of the folks that come and do them for you don't do a very good job. It's not because they're being lazy necessarily, it's because it just takes a lot of time to go back and find these little spots that you may have missed.
Danny's still at it. He said there was a whole line of little stumps around this fence.
This was a big one. I think I'm done with it. I'm going to try to cover it back up now, best I can. This one's going really well. It's smaller, so I'm able to get some good visibility. Now, one challenge with this one is it's right next to this fence. I would have had a hard time with the 1P24 getting in here. I probably would have taken a different approach. I probably would have backed in, and I might could have got right next to the fence and pulled it out. I imagine I'd have figured out a way, but it's just different with each style. Now, this model is the 3P24. You can get this at shopgreendealer.com/TTWT. This particular model requires 2 hydraulic outlets. There's a slightly upgraded one that only requires 1 hydraulic outlet and has essentially a built-in diverter on the machine, because there's 2 cylinders that go 2 different directions that have to be ran. Now, one of the main advantages of this one over the 1P24 is the speed that the main cutting head spins. On the 1P, it spins at 540 RPMs. It's directly attached to the PTO shaft. On this one, there's a gearbox, and it increases the speed of that head when it makes that right angle. It helps a lot. But it's a lot more expensive. And I don't know that it's going to work on a subcompact tractor. You know me, we'll probably try it, but I'm afraid it's just going to be too heavy to lift. Using our bolt-on hooks from boltonhooks.com today, because I didn't really want to bring both the forks and the bucket. And this thing is heavy. It's not self-propelled. What do you think?
It's heavy. My arms are tired.
You said 10 locations. I have a feeling that at least got cut in half.
Probably. or I need to let the tractor do all the work.
Yeah, I don't mind that, except that you ground probably 50 while I ground 2.
But you're too still.
This one turned out to be really big. Oh, and we still have one in front.
By the driveway, yeah.
So we're not down at this place.
Actually, that whole hedgerow too.
Oh.
Oh, and you can't get through there with this thing on there. Like,
Why not? I put the handles at this end for that reason. Okay. He's giving me 2 thumbs up, so I guess that means go fast.
Not really, but
Oh.
just in case you're wondering, they did call before you dig. So the places that we've already been didn't have anything. Danny's got a battery electric winch, and he's going to stretch the fence out. Right back where he needs it. Danny, I don't think you bought that for a fence. So is that for part of your tree?
Yeah, it's actually exactly for pulling trees over when they're close to coming down.
And you don't have a tractor anywhere nearby?
Yeah.
Can you flip my lid again?
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know.
Flipping your lid. I don't know if I can or not.
Let her fly, it ain't gonna hurt. You always run the engine full throttle, but we'll do that in a minute. That's the throttle.
Okay.
This one is up and down.
Okay.
But the way we run it, this one is left and right.
Okay.
And the way there's a flow control right here. See this valve right here? You run it so that it loads the tractor but doesn't pull it down. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now.
So that way you don't have to start and stop with the lever. You just use the flow.
Yeah, now you still, I mean, it's not perfect. So you still can feather the lever. You don't have to go.
Okay.
But there's a float here, which is not what you want. There's this position, and then when it goes back, it goes fast. See, it doesn't.
Gotcha.
Goes slow this direction.
Okay.
We typically want to take about this much, no more than this.
Okay.
See these first two rows of teeth, there's two every time.
Gotcha.
These up here, there aren't as many.
Okay.
So we never want to take more than those, I don't think.
Okay.
So if it's bouncing like that, we're probably taking a little bit too much. The engine's pulling down a little bit. I might have been going a bit too fast too. It looks like it grinds on the side and the bottom if you just watch that, you know.
It's snowing.
She's more dedicated than I am.
The things I do for video.
I showed you the two valves for left and right and then kind of up and down.
Yep.
But if you notice, we're sitting on the ground.
Yeah, and that's the
That's the 3-point hitch, so that'll be this one.
stable. Okay.
So when we're grinding, we always want it setting, the 3-point hitch part sitting on the ground. Okay, now pick it up here with the 3-point hitch. Okay, you're off the ground, that's enough. However much you think you need. That's probably enough, right? Set it back down. And then you can put it back in neutral now. But setting it back down, see, will lock your position. You won't move, you won't roll anymore.
Okay. Now you want to come out or just sit here?
Well, you can sit there. I don't think I get as good a visibility.
Yeah, I see. In other words, out here you're not turned around sideways. Right?
Yeah.
So then bump the throttle up?
PTO first.
PTO first, okay.
And then throttle. Now we won't be able to take much of this. See how that shield is, we'll be able to go down another couple inches, see how the shield is hitting the back of the stump, or will be. But we can take a couple inches here. Yeah, now as long as you go stop and go back and don't go off the top of the stump, you can keep going down. You see what I mean? It may bounce a little bit more, but hey, it's cutting a lot more stump. First thing you want to do is set it back down. There you go. How you getting along?
I think okay.
Yeah. Looking good. Yeah, there's a half-moon sliver here yet, but probably a quarter of it. Got this one little point here. You're getting there. A lot of stump.
Yeah.
So do you think this would have been faster with one of the ones you rent?
About the same.
Danny, I think you got a little more to do on this one yet, but it's getting almost dark.
Yeah.
I wanted to let the viewers go to bed.
Yeah. America, it's time to go to sleep. Get some rest.
And the rest of the world. So, did you enjoy this grinder?
I did. I tried the Bluebird, and that wore me out in about 20 little stumps.
This is tractor time with Tim, not walk behind with Danny.
Right.
I tried it too, and it wore me out too, and I think it'd probably make me stronger if I would keep working at it, but
Yeah.
this doesn't make me much stronger except for my little bit of arm muscle. We'll get the loader in here and we'll clean this out a little bit, see what we really got left, right? Because it's hard to tell. And this was a maple, right?
Yeah.
Why'd you cut it down?
Well, we had thought about putting solar up on the roof, and
This would be the south side.
we just kind of got in our head that we were going to go ahead and take it down and put something smaller in anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not going to do solar because it was about half the cost of our house. So
Pay off in like 40 years too.
I think so, and you have to
Yeah.
replace them by then.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
only last about 35. We want to put in a smaller tree, and
yeah,
I've seen too many storms
yeah,
lay trees on houses, and this one was getting
yeah.
big.
You see a lot of that, don't you?
I do.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim.
Thank you.